Did you know that EAD work authorization approval notices can now be used as temporary proof for work authorization? This was just announced by USCIS, and we'll talk about this in this video. We'll also cover the new I-765 form that is coming out and the delays in processing of work permits EADs. So if you want to know more, I'll see you on the other side. In this video, we're going to focus all about the EAD cards, the work permit authorization. We'll talk about some new changes to proof of employment using EAD approvals. We'll talk about the new form I-765 that's coming up very soon, and we'll talk about the delays in EADs. But before that, if you're here for the first time, make sure to subscribe to our channel, click that bell to be notified as we release videos every single week. Give us that big like so YouTube will be able to share this video with more people that are interested in this content. My name is Jacob Sapochnick, and I'm an immigration attorney located here in San Diego, California, and we represent clients in all 50 states. I spend my days getting you these updates so you'll stay informed and you know what to do. Let's jump right in and talk about EADs. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is a notice from USCIS. This notice came a few days ago, and in this notice they're talking about the impact of what you can actually do with an I-765 approval, because as you know, quite a few people were getting approval notices, but the actual work permits were not arriving, and the reason they were not arriving is because USCIS were not printing those cards. If you remember, and I've linked that video that I've explained about what happened with USCIS that stopped printing green cards and work permits, and so as a result, quite a few people were not able to verify employment. And what happened is that there was a big lawsuit, and I reported before that the injunction was granted and USCIS was forced to print those cards. Well, guess what? It's still very difficult for them to do so, so they had to find some sort of a temporary solution, and that temporary solution is in this notice. And this notice specifically says that if you have an approval that is coming from December 1st, 2019, all the way through August 20th, 2020, an approval of your I-765, you can use that approval to show your employer, and that will be enough for him to update the I-9 form. Specifically, on the I-9 form, list C7. And as you know, those of you that are coming to apply for new jobs, or sometimes employers need to update their records, there is a form I-9 that needs to be updated or specifically verified by new employers. So this form has specific list of documents, in this case a work permit, but it doesn't accept the form of approval, the I-765 form of approval. In fact, on the form itself, it says not valid for employment. But under this new update, it's a temporary update, employers should be able to accept this form of approval to be able to either verify employment or for people who are applying for new jobs. It's an important update because, again, we feel that it's definitely been pushed by this litigation because it forces USCIS to print those cards. We don't know why they still haven't been able to do so, probably some technical issues. So they found this temporary solution, essentially saying that this form will now serve as temporary verification of employment. And so those of you that are worried, that are concerned, you should be able to do so for the moment. Let's dive into the new form, new I-765 form that is coming, and we want to talk about it briefly. On June 26, 2020, the government, the DHS, issued a final rule. A lot of that information in the rule pertains to asylum and people that are waiting for their work authorization while they're waiting for asylum. There's going to be a lot of changes, and that final rule is going to be effective on August 25th, 2020. There's going to be a new form effective August 25th, 2020. We're not going to go through the form. We may do another video of this, but in this video, I just wanted to update about the fact that there is going to be a new form coming out. There's going to be a few new questions on the form, specifically pertaining to asylum seekers, and also a few new questions for F1 students applying for OPT work permits under STEM, some new questions, and we're going to link the new form in the description of this video. Now, it is really important to know that if you're going to be filing applications after August 25th, 2020, if you're not going to use the new form, your application is going to be rejected. So make sure you check the versions of the form. It is really important. We're going to be updating the regular I-765 form and also the worksheet I-765 WS that is coming with it. So let's talk about EAD delays. I'm getting a lot of questions about that from a lot of our YouTube viewers, and I see that in the comments as well. So currently, when it comes to, let's talk about family petitions. When you're filing an adjustment of status and you're filing for work permits, we've seen definitely an increase in delays in those applications, probably more than 6-7 months. You can see on the screen here, processing times from the USCIS. They're talking about 20 months or more for work permits. We haven't seen that being that long, but we've definitely seen it more than normal. And we anticipate the delays to even increase if and when the furloughs are going to kick in. So make sure that you understand that when you're filing for work authorization based on a family petition inside the United States, expect long delays. Probably is going to be north of 10 months in the near future. When it comes to employment-based, those that are applying for 765 based on employment, we've seen delays there as well. Again, more than 5-6 months there as well. So again, once again, it's really important to plan that. If you're here on a work permit, transitioning from an H-1B to a work permit, remember that's going to take a long time. And especially, I mean, again, most of the concerns that we get are from people that are inside the United States and they're filing their petitions and they're trying to plan when they can start working. Those are going to be even further delays. So it's really important. Again, on their website, processing times of the National Benefit Center, they're saying 20-25 months. We haven't seen those delays to be that long, but I think the reason they're doing that is because they don't want people to complain or file lawsuits or file inquiries saying that it's outside of normal processing, because on their own website they're saying that it's normal for them to wait almost 20 months for a work permit. Again, we haven't seen that a reality. Like I said, our clients are getting their work permits now within 6 months or so. The next 2 weeks, quite a few things may change with furloughs. So of course, we're going to keep you posted. But remember, make sure you plan ahead, because work authorizations and travel documents are going to be further delayed. And also remember, quite a few people are going to miss the fact that the form has changed. This is happening in the next week or so. So make sure you file the correct version of the forms. Otherwise, your case not only going to be delayed, but it will be completely rejected. So hopefully the information in this video was helpful. We talked about EAD verification using the approval of your EAD, just the approval, not the actual card. That's an important update for you to know, especially those of you that are looking to change jobs or if your employer needs verification. Second, we talked about the new form, I-765, just gave you general information. That form is going to change from August 25th to make sure you use the correct version. And finally, wait times for EAD is going to be significantly increased, so stay patient and keep monitoring the USCIS website. And of course, I'll give you more updates as I know them. So thank you for watching. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Once again, click that bell to be notified so you don't miss our videos. And also join our Facebook group. The link is right here in the description of this video. In this group, we talk about more of these updates. I'll give you some more information. There are more people just like you who are sharing their experiences, and you want to be part of a community there as well. So once again, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you on our next video.